Hey everyone, Nut Free Mama here. Today I'm going to teach you how to make a Twix Bars dessert. Okay, let's start with the ingredients. This dessert is broken into 3 separate categories. First you have the shortbread layer, which is going to require a stick of butter, which is 8 tablespoons or half a cup. Then you're also going to need 1 cup of flour. You're going to need a half a cup of sugar, and you're going to need a half a teaspoon of vanilla extract. That's for the shortbread layer. Then we have the caramel layer. What you're going to need here is 30 Kraft caramels. They come in a bag like this. The whole bag is 11 ounces, which you don't use the entire bag. Almost the entire bag though. And then you're going to need 3 tablespoons of heavy whipping cream. You can just buy just a little tiny heavy whipping cream like this at the grocery store. Then the third and final ingredients are the chocolate chip layer, the chocolate layer. What you're going to need is a bag of chocolate chips, and I used the entire bag. It was 1.5 cups. And you're just going to need that in a big mixing bowl, and we will tell you what to do with that later. Okay, our first step is going to be the shortbread layer. First, what you want to do is set your oven to 350. There you go. And then you want to take, this is about a 9 by 9 baking dish, and you can line it with parchment paper. I didn't have any parchment paper, so I just used aluminum foil and sprayed it with cooking spray. Okay, now for the shortbread layer, you're going to take your stick of butter. It needs to be room temperature, so if it's not, just go ahead and pop it in the microwave for about 15 seconds should do it. You don't want it to be completely melted, but you want it to be soft. And then you're going to take your cup of sugar and add those together and go ahead and mix those with a mixer until they're light and fluffy. Okay, this is what it should look like, and I went ahead and added my half teaspoon of vanilla. Now you want to go ahead and mix that again for about 30 seconds. Okay, that step is done. Now you want to go ahead and add your 1 cup of flour and just mix it until a breadcrumb texture forms. Okay, this is what it should look like. See, it's like just little tiny crumbs. And what you want to do is go ahead and put that into your pan and press it all down on the bottom. Okay, this is what it should look like after you've pressed it all down. I just used my hand, and then you just take a fork and poke holes all around it, all through it, and then you're going to put that in the oven at 350 for 25 to 30 minutes. Just keep an eye on it. It should just be a light golden brown. Okay, that's done now. That took about 30 minutes for mine to get the golden brown around the edges there. And now just set this to the side. You want it to cool completely before you pour the next step on it, which is the caramel sauce. So you want to go ahead and start this over low heat. Now remember, this was about 30 of the, it actually was exactly 30 of the Kraft caramels. Just want to go ahead and let that start melting and stirring it occasionally to keep it from sticking to the bottom. Okay, this is what your caramel should look like after it's melted. Should be nice and gooey. Next we're going to add our 3 tablespoons of heavy whipping cream. And then go ahead and stir that about 15 minutes. Okay, that is really runny now. You're going to stir it until it gets nice and thick. And just to clarify, that was 3 tablespoons of whipping cream. I'm not sure if I said tablespoons or teaspoons, but it's tablespoons. Okay, after your caramel is completely melted with your whipping cream, it should look about like this when you pour it over your shortbread layer. And we're on to our last step. What you're going to do is take your chocolate pieces in a bowl and go ahead and pop those in the microwave for about 2 minutes. You want to make sure they don't burn, so check them after a minute. Okay, after the chocolate is done, just go ahead and mix it with a spoon till it's about this consistency. If you can't get yours right, you can always add about a teaspoon of vegetable oil to it to get it to be a little thinner, but this is perfect. And then go ahead and pour that onto your caramel. Okay, here's what your Twix should look like. Now you want to go ahead and pop that into the fridge for about 20 minutes or so until it hardens up. Okay, these are nice and firm now, and I went ahead and cut it, and this is what it should look like. Delicious. So let's get a little taste tester in here. Taste tester, do you want to try it?
Yeah.
Come here.
Yeah.
Here.
I can't wait to try it.
Yeah, try it.
Yummy.
Is it yummy?
Yeah.
Do you like it? Okay, everyone, thanks for watching.